Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? It is back to summertime here. It's 90 degrees, if not more, outside right now. Um, I think yesterday we were driving and it was like 93, 94 degrees. It's hot. We're back to cranking up the air conditioner and, normal normal everyday summertime here in South Texas. Uh, have y'all heard about this respiratory thing that's going around? Some kind of respiratory illness. My daughter was coughing and coughing and coughing. She kept saying it's just allergies, and uh, when she's sick, she's got to spread it all around. She'll come and lay on the couch, and make sure that she coughs all over the place. I don't know why she does that. I know she just wants attention, but my husband is coughing now. He went to the doctor yesterday, and he went to the doctor, and she said, "Well, I don't know why you're coughing." And I said, "Did you tell him that our daughter is coughing and she was sick, and that you got it from her most likely?" And he's like, "No." And I said, "Did you wear a mask?" And he's like, "Yeah, I had to wear a mask." And I said, "Did she take off your mask and look in your throat?" And he said, "No." I'm like, "You went to the doctor because you got a cough and you think you have an infection, and she didn't look in your ears, throat, and nose?" No. What the hell kind of doctor doesn't even give you an examination? But she did give him very, very strong antibiotics and some cough medicine. So there's that. At least he got that. So he's taking this cough medicine. He's had it before. And last night, he slept like a baby. I'm telling you, he didn't cough at all. Thank goodness, because the night before, he woke me up 3 times. I have a really hard time getting to sleep and staying to sleep. So last night, I slept good. I slept really a long time. Addie Cat, she's right here on the bed. She did wake me up. She'll let me know when, I always have my bedroom door closed, and she'll be like, "Mama, wake up and open the door." So I always have her food and water available to her. So she doesn't need that, but she just wakes me up and says, "Let me out of this room." Really, she wants me to let her out, get on the deck. So I usually just go open up the back door. I did that this morning. I got up real early, not real early, about 7:30. So, oh no, it was 7 o'clock, about 7 o'clock. I got up. My daughter wasn't up yet, and I opened the door and I let her out. And then my daughter went to work, and she brought the dogs in the front, and one of the dogs escaped this morning because, he had the opportunity. The big one, Turk, the 125-pound one, but he was a good boy. When I noticed he wasn't there, I opened up the gate and I called him, and my husband called him, and he saw him, but he didn't come to him. And then 5 minutes later, he came up on the deck and was home. He was like, "I'm done. I had a good time. I'm ready. I'm ready to come back in." It's hot outside. So he's a little older now, so he doesn't run away. He's just not running away like he used to. But anyway, I don't know what this respiratory thing is. It's not a whole lot of like a cold. It's just more like a cough. It's just in the lungs, and I don't know. There's not a whole lot of nasal dripping or anything like that, but a lot of coughing, coughing, coughing. So we'll see. I feel like my throat's getting a little itchy. And I was saying, I didn't get it. Y'all got sick. And anytime I say that, it comes and bites me in the ass. I shouldn't say it, but I said I didn't get sick, but I feel a little raspy today, a little dry and raspy. I have my water sitting here. I have a little bit of a dull headache too. So yeah, I don't even know if my husband's doctor did a COVID test on him. I don't even think they did. He's got his vaccination for COVID and for the flu, and he got it, and he was already starting to feel like there was something in his chest, but he went and did it anyway. I told him not to, but he did it anyway. So I don't know if that's gonna hurt or help or whatever. But anyway, I expect to be coughing pretty soon, but thank goodness he has some medicine, and I think he's got a refill on it, and we will refill that cough medicine even though we don't need it, just to have it standing by, for somebody that needs it. That's what we did last time when she prescribed him some cough medicine. Even though he didn't need it, we got it refilled, and we just kept it. So yeah, it's good to have. It's really good cough medicine. I think it just stops the drainage, so that you'll quit coughing. So that's what he needed. Okay, you guys. So I wanted to do this reading about the Senate race. And I started trying to get some information and get some guidance from Spirit on the Senate race. And I'm starting to get worried. I know that Kamala Harris will become the next president. But if she doesn't have, a Democratic House and Senate, how is she going to function? What is she going to do? It's going to be so hard. And I feel like Republicans are, going to take over the Senate. I hate to say that. I haven't focused closely on those races except for here in Texas, because that's where I live. And I've voted already for Kamala Harris and Colin Allred as our senator. Want to get Ted Cruz out of there. Now, if we could flip Texas, that could really help, because there's a couple of for sure flips for for the Republicans. I think Montana is going to go for Republicans, and a Joe Manchin seat. In West Virginia, West Virginia's not going to vote for a Republican. So there's two states right there that are going to be flipped. And I just was going through some of the Senate races and trying to get some information and asking. And they are very, very close. But the ones that are really, really important that will likely be flipped, I think they're going to be flipped. So it's crummy. We really need to flip Ted Cruz. We need to flip it in Texas. But I'm not feeling, I want that to happen with all my heart, and I'm so close to that, but I don't think it's going to happen. That's what I'm getting from Spirit, that Colin Allred isn't going to win. He may lose, Ted Cruz may win by a very, very small margin, because, he's doing great. He is doing great, but what I'm getting is Ted Cruz is going to win. Darn it. I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to just do a few predictions. I haven't done this Senate prediction before, but I'm going to try to do some predictions. In Ohio, the Senate race is really, really close. It is Sherrod Brown. He's a Democrat versus Bernie Moreno. He's backed by Trump. I do have some notes here that I'm looking at. And like Trump, Bernie has had some legal problems, because birds of a feather flock together, right? And when I first started asking Spirit about that, I was not getting much of an answer. Like, it hasn't really been decided yet. So it's because it's so close. But I do feel that the Democrats are going to be able to hold on to it, but it's going to be very, very close. The Michigan Senate race, the Republicans are trying to flip this seat. Democrat Elisa Slotkin and Republican Mike Rogers are running. And this seat's been Democratic for like 30 years. And it's a super close race, too. But I do think Democrats are going to be able to hold on to this seat. The Maryland Senate race, Republicans are trying to flip this seat also. And it's in a place that's very Democratic, But they've really put on a big campaign there. It's been Democratic for like 40 years. Democrat Angela Also Brooks will be back. Will be the first black woman to represent the state in the Senate if she wins. Republican Larry Hogan, he was a very popular governor, former governor. He's pro-choice. He's criticized Donald Trump in the past. But I do feel like that the Democrats will be able to keep this seat. Okay. Nevada, it's a very close race there too, the Senate race. And Republicans are trying to flip this seat. So it's Democrat Jackie Rosen is trying to hold on to her seat against Republican Sam Brown. I do believe that she'll hold on to the seat. And then we come to my state, Texas, which it's a little bit hard for me to read because I want so much to get rid of Ted Cruz, and I want Colin Allred to, win this seat so badly. He's such a wonderful person, and he would make a great senator for our state. And I've already voted for him, so it's a little hard to read on him. He's considered a long shot. It's been like 20 years since a Democrat was elected. But, yeah, I'm feeling it's really, really close, but that Ted Cruz is going to hold on to a seat, unfortunately. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, and, people get out there and vote and turn this thing around. Okay, Arizona. That was the seat that Senator Kristen Sinema, she's decided not to run, thank goodness, because I don't know. She was so controversial and so annoying. Was she a Democrat? Was she a Republican? Who knows? And then in the middle of her term, she opted to be an independent. That ought to be illegal. If you are elected to represent the Democrats, and you run as a Democrat and you're elected as a Democrat, it seems to me that you ought to be required to serve that role as a Democrat. I don't know why there's not some kind of, laws instituted. But anyway, Democrat Ruben Gayello, I can't say his name. I should have tried to, but he's running against Kari Lake. That's an easy name. It should be an easy win, you guys. It really should be. So I think the Democrats will win this seat, okay? Because, Kari Lake is so negative. And then we come to Montana, and I've talked about that Senate race already. It's a very, very red state. Y'all know that. Republicans are trying also to flip this seat. Senator John Tester is trying to hold on to a seat. His opponent is Tim Sheehy. And, I think the Republicans will take this seat, like I said before. Pennsylvania, their senator race it's another seat that the Republicans are trying to flip. Democrat Bob Casey is trying to hold on, and his challenger is Dave McCormick. And I do believe that Democrats will keep this seat. Okay? All right. Wisconsin. The Democrat Tammy Baldwin is trying to hold on to her seat. The challenger is Eric Hode. She's going to hold on to her seat. I've written all this down. I already talked to Spirit. I pulled cards. I've talked to Spirit and everything, and that's what I'm getting. So I believe she's going to hold on to her seat. West Virginia, as I said before, that's Joe Manchin's seat. He was like Sinema. You didn't know if he was Democrat or Republican. He was elected as a Democrat, but he voted like a Republican a lot of the time. So there's a Democrat, Glenn Elliott. He's the former mayor. He's running against a Republican, Jim Justice. What a great name for politics, Jim Justice. And it's very Republican here, so I do believe that it's going to go Republican. It's a very, very Republican. But hopefully this will motivate some people to go and vote. There is a chance for a fluke. There's a chance for a fluke, and that's what I was getting, because I did get some conflicting information. Put it that way. Sometimes there's conflicting information, and I think that it's just not. Maybe it's not completely decided, but there is a chance as a fluke that a Democrat could win this seat. It's most likely going to the Republican, but there's a fluke chance that, let's all see the outcome coming out as Democratic. Okay, let's just look at it. It's going to be Democratic. Say prayers and give good thoughts towards Glenn Elliott. And then we come to the Nebraska Senate race. Leans Republican, and Democrats are trying to flip this seat from Deb Fischer to an independent. So the independent is running Dan Osborne. This is going to be a very, very close race also, but I do feel like that Fischer is going to hold on to the seat. That's what I got, okay? So it's kind of scary out there, y'all. If the Republicans flip a couple of seats, they're going to have the upper hand, and then we're not going to be able to get the things passed that we want. We won't be able to overturn Roe versus Wade. Come on, people. Come on. Let's vote those Republicans out, and let's vote Democratic so that we can restore all the rights that Republicans have eroded from all of us. So yeah, I know that overall, we're going to see a blue wave as far as everybody voting for Kamala Harris. I really do feel that. But the Senate race is so tight. It's just so tight. And it's just tied to certain states, And I know for one, Joe Manchin used to annoy the hell out of me, and Sinema did too. But now that they're going to be gone, we're going to wish they were back. We're going to wish that they would have just stayed in their place, and that we still had the majority, I think. But y'all, we can remember how if we all get together and we focus on one thing, let's all focus on Democrats winning the Senate. Let's all focus on that, each state, that the Democrats will win. Let's focus on that. Let's send prayers and we know we're going to win. We're going to win. Democrats are going to win. I know, what I've just said is going against that, but I do believe that together we can change things. I really, really do believe that we have the ability to manifest the kind of outcome that we want. So let's do that. Let's manifest the outcome that Democrats will hold the Senate. I know they're probably not favored to, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We can all get together and manifest it. So let's do that, okay? Every day, let's take a few minutes, just meditate and think about the Senate winning democratically, and that Kamala Harris will have a Democratic unity to work with, a Democratic House and a Democratic Senate. Okay, guys, I've been really busy. I thank y'all so much for asking me to be of service to y'all. I love doing healing sessions and readings. If you need anything, I'll leave my email down below. Look me up, and I'll be very happy to help you, okay? All right, guys, do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Bye for now.